Bridges are truly a majestical masterpiece of a structure. I mean, come on, they connect two pieces of land? That's amazing! And I think we can all agree that not only would our world be different without them, but so would the Pokemon universe. As a matter of fact, I think like half of Unova wouldn't exist, but that's besides the point. I've ranked many other landmarks in Pokemon, so it's about time that I show some love to these works of art by ranking them based on how cool they are. This means I'll be factoring each bridge's design, view, and any other unique aspects that it may contain. From there, they'll be placed in 4 different tiers, beginning at the top with the Tom Brady of bridges. These are the GOATs, you know, the best of the best. Below that sits the fun and flashy category. Bridges here have a lot going for them, and hey, they just might swing by and steal your girl, so you better watch out. Behind them lies the average Joes. They don't do anything too special, but they're not awful by any means. And at the bottom, we've got the Snooze Fest tier. Literally, I think watching paint dry would be more exciting than checking out these bridges. With all that out of the way though, make sure to hit that sub button as it really does help out the channel, and let's get straight into things. Matt, what are you doing here? Oh, you're looking for some more control to keep cooking people in Wii Sports Boxing? Hey, I got you. Pop code TerraQuake10 at checkout to get up to 30% off. Anyways, where else would we start other than with arguably the most iconic of them all, Kanto's Nugget Bridge. It's pretty simple, but it also stands out a bit with the gold coloration. As for the view, it's nothing to write home about. I mean, in the older games, it doesn't even go over a body of water, meaning you technically wouldn't even have to use the bridge. Security is a concern as well, thanks to that Team Rocket grunt being on the bridge, but we're not basing things on how dangerous they are, so the Nugget Bridge gets the list going in the fun and flashy tier. Following that is one that I completely forgot about, the Silence Bridge on Route 12. This guy has a pretty generic design, but I bet you that view of the ocean goes kinda crazy. I like the unique aspect of it being quiet in the area in order to let fishermen catch their next meal, and encountering Snorlax is a plus, so the Silence Bridge also finds its way into the second category. Opposite of the Silence Bridge sits Kanto Cycling Road, and man has it been through some changes. At first it was more of a path, then it became an actual road, and now it's not even a cycling road anymore. Bro's out of his prime, you hate to see it. Nonetheless, nothing really stands out to me here. It's just a straight downhill shot, and oh, one side has some arches with the lights on them, whoa! Nah man, it just makes it look goofy. And as I said, it basically got replaced in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, so tier number 3 it is. You want to talk about a snooze fest though? Well, look no further than the Bond Bridge on 3 Island. Nothing, and I mean nothing stands out about this thing. Boring design, no crazy view. I mean, we are sleeping on the Bond Bridge, let me tell you. Neighboring Kanto is the Johto region, and I could only locate one major bridge here, that being the one in Violet City. Despite that, I gotta say this one embodies quality over quantity. It's not big, but it makes some bold plays. For starters, it's purple, which is very cool, and it's not completely flat. You know, it kinda goes up and then down, if you get what I'm saying. Additionally, you get a nice view of the Sprout Tower, so shockingly, Violet City's bridge is the first to be in the top tier. Now, Hoenn Cycling Road definitely knows how to do it correctly. It's got twists and turns, as well as some more open areas where you can take a break if needed. Not to mention, there's that one guy that'll time you to see how fast you can reach the other side, so that's pretty cool. Oh, and in the remakes, it's a glass floor. Come on, dude, that's dope. Easily the best cycling road in the main series, so it'll join Violet City's bridge. Up next is 4 Tree City's bridges that connect to different people's tree houses, which is something that no other bridge can say they do. However, the designs aren't anything special, but the uniqueness alone slots them into fun and flashy. Moving over to Sinnoh, it also plays home to a cycling road, but it's not much different from Kanto's. There's a road, a couple of tunnels, and that's really it. Nothing to keep it from being an average Joe. Canalave City features our first draw bridge, so that's something. Aside from that, the view's probably nice with Iron Island off in the distance, and you do have a rival battle on this bridge, so I think it does just enough to get into the starting lineup and enter the fun and flashy group. Lastly for Sinnoh is the bridge that highlights Sunyshore City. Now, not much takes place on it, but it's got solar panels as its floor. Mans is out here being a bridge and saving the environment at the same time. Also, that view of Victory Road across the ocean has to be good. So yeah, Sunny Shore's bridge is deserving of the GOAT status. Now if you're a big fan of bridges, the Unova region is your playground because it contains more than double the amount of bridges than the region with the second highest total. Striaton cities are probably overlooked, and I can see why. Look at them, they're just made out of cement and got nothing going on. I mean, the area's kinda cool, but I'm taking a nap on these. I'm snoozing, I'm sorry. Fortunately, shortly after you come across the Sky Arrow Bridge, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like this was a huge step for Pokemon with their graphics. Not much beats experiencing this location for the first time when I was a kid. The bridge is incredibly big, and you can see Castelia City's skyline in the background. While nothing major occurs on it, minus that random Moo Moo Milk side quest in the sequels, the design and vibe is enough to get this landmark into the Tom Brady of bridges. Next on tap is the Driftvale Drawbridge, and yeah, this one blows Canalave cities out the water. You get to witness that cool animation of the two sides connecting, and it reminds me a lot of the Golden Gate Bridge. What really stands out here though, is the fact that you can encounter wild mons on the drawbridge, as well as items, which is something that most others can't claim. For those reasons, the Driftvale Drawbridge adds to the GOATed tier. And Driftvale City should have stopped there, because its other two bridges are bad. Like, the larger one is sort of neat, but it just gets dragged down by the smaller one to the south. I mean, come on, that thing's kinda pathetic. All I'm saying is these guys are not getting selected in the upcoming NFL draft. A little ways north sits Route 7, home to these very thin bridges, or I suppose they're more like walkways. Yeah, bet you didn't see these coming. Sure, they may not catch your attention immediately, but they do provide a cool challenge in the fact that you have to keep moving, like those weird clown dancers, or you'll fall off. I deem that to be kinda fun, so why not throw these in the second tier? As for the Dragon Spiral Tower, the bridge on the outside doesn't offer anything crazy, but on the inside you walk across those broken down pillars, which technically act like bridges, and no other spot in this video can say it utilizes worn down structures. So unlike the bridges in Driftvale, these keep the Dragon Spiral Tower out of being a snooze fest. The second major bridge in Gen 5 is the Tube Line Bridge. It's definitely the closest resemblance to a bridge that you would see going over a highway in real life. Hey, Terraquake from the future here. Those are actually the battle subways. I thought they were cars, so I guess my example didn't really work out too well. But anyways, on with the video. The immense size is cool, but it's always foggy, so the view can't be that great, and you also get temporarily kidnapped by the Shadow Triad, so I'll call it an average Joe. The Village Bridge, on the other hand, is pretty dope. You got houses on it that people live in, including that gentleman whose 999 battle win streak you ruin, and a basketball court down below. Just imagine the type of dude-perfect trick shots you could hit from the top of the bridge. This is the jumping over the guardrail and into the water shot. Yeah, Tom Brady of bridges for show. The fourth and final major wait, what? Lacunosa Town? Oh, yeah, it's got a bridge, I guess. I mean, you can see the surrounding area from a higher vantage point, but snooze fest it is. The Marvelous Bridge is what I was really looking for, though. It's got a cool high-tech design, the Shadow Triad gives you the Gen 4 Legendary Orbs, a guy will sell you a Magikarp with a perfect speed IV, you can watch a Patrat show, encounter a Ghost Girl who reappears in the sequels and eventually lets you fight Cresselia on the bridge, and take a look at the view you get of it from the Royal Unova. Say no more, maybe the best bridge to ever be constructed. With our field trip around Unova finished, it's time for Kalos. Aquacord Town's bridge isn't eye-popping by any means, but I do like how it connects to the first real route in the game, as it marks the true beginning of your journey. With that said, it won't get any further than Tier 3. Later in the game, you traverse the Parfum Palace, which houses this luxurious bridge in the back. I really think the residents are just trying to flex on everyone because the bridge is the definition of flashy, therefore it fits right in with the rest of Group 2. Taking a gander at Sillage City's bridge, not much needs to be said about it. I'm sure the view of the ocean is nice, but you gotta have a bit more than that to not be boring. Rounding out Gen 6 is the bridge north of Dendemil Town. It's got an okay design, and it is partially in the snow, which is something that not many bridges can relate to, so I'll consider it an average Joe. The remaining regions in the mainline games each only feature one bridge, at least to my knowledge. We've got the ones in the Hoenn Grand Resort that look pretty clean, but besides that, aren't worthy of being fun and flashy. Galar plays home to a couple of massive bridges, all of which have good views of either Hammerlock or Motostoke. Not to mention, I think a rival battle occurs on one of them, so although their design is ordinary, the views alone get them into tier 2. A bridge that I didn't even know exists is the Hoenn Bridge in Hisui. But man, am I glad I learned about it, because it's the only one to be completely natural. Pokemon can be found on it, and I just enjoy the uniqueness, so I'ma give it some love and throw it in the Tom Brady of bridges. Now, by viewing the map of Paldea, Mesagoza seems to have multiple bridges leading into it, but upon trying to check them out, it just cuts straight to either inside the city or into the wild areas. Come on, you ain't even gonna let us look at the bridges? Alright then, snooze fest. And finally, we got the classic wooden bridges that are found all across the Pokemon world. Y'all didn't think I was actually gonna ignore them, did you? These bridges are the epitome of being an average Joe, and I mean that in the best way possible. They never try to do too much, but man are they reliable. They're always there when you need them, which makes you wonder, where would we be as a society without these guys? From the bottom of my heart, thank you, wooden bridges. And with that, we've ranked every bridge in Pokemon based on how cool it is. This was easily one of my favorite tier list videos I've made so far, and I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much. I'm sure there's some obscure bridge that I accidentally left out, so feel free to yell at me in the comments. And also, be sure to let me know what locations I should rank next. For now though, have a great rest of your day, and until next time, deuces!